It seems like everyone is trying to get rich right now. And I don't just mean money rich. I mean freedom rich, time rich, escape rich. You see it everywhere. Online, in conversations, even in the silence when a friend sighs and says, I just don't want to do this forever. But what's really strange is that even though more people than ever are trying to get rich, more people than ever also feel completely broke, even when they're technically not. And that disconnect, that gap between effort and feeling, it really messes with your head. Because you start asking yourself questions you never used to ask. Questions like, how am I working harder than I ever have in my life, and still feeling so stressed about money? How are people who are 10 years younger than me seemingly winning so fast? Why does it feel like I'm always one step behind, no matter what I do or how hard I try? Well, here is the uncomfortable truth that most people you won't want to hear. Trying to get rich has become the new normal. It's the baseline expectation. And when everyone is chasing the exact same outcome, the pressure doesn't just add up, it multiplies. It creates this invisible weight on all of us. Think about it. We, as human beings, were not built to constantly see other people's progress. 24/7. Our brains weren't designed for it. We are built to live inside our own communities, at our own pace, judging our success by our immediate surroundings. But now, your phone is a fire hose of other people's highlight reels. You unlock it and instantly see someone making passive income in their sleep. You scroll a little further and see someone quitting their job to travel the world. You see someone else buying their freedom like it's a simple subscription you just sign up for. And even if you know, logically, that it's not the full story, it still plants a seed of doubt in your mind. A little voice that whispers, why not me? So what do? You try harder. You add more goals to your to-do list. You download more productivity apps. You listen to more podcasts about side hustles and investment strategies. You create more plans. But instead of feeling motivated and fired up, you just feel heavier. The weight gets worse. Because in this new world, enough isn't a number in your bank account anymore. It's a moving target that you can never quite hit. It keeps shifting further and further away. It wasn't that long ago that being stable was considered a huge success. Paying your bills on time, having enough food in the fridge, not having that constant knot of stress in your stomach every single day. That was the goal. That was winning. But now, for many, stability feels like failure. It feels like you're settling, like you're not aiming high enough. And that's the part nobody really talks about. The emotional cost of this shift is massive. The modern idea of getting rich isn't really just about the money. For most people, it's about escape. It's about escaping from jobs you hate, escaping from a schedule you don't control, escaping from the suffocating feeling of being stuck in a life you didn't choose. The problem is, when your primary motivation is escape, you start to view your current reality as a prison. This escape thinking makes every moment you're not free feel unbearable. You stop appreciating the small bits of progress you're making, because it doesn't feel fast enough. $100 saved feels like nothing when you see someone online claiming they made 10,000. You stop enjoying your small wins, because someone else's win always looks bigger, shinier, and more significant. And suddenly, even when you are objectively moving forward, you feel broke. Not just financially broke, you feel emotionally broke. Mentally broke. You're broke in patience. Broke in spirit. What makes this entire situation so much worse is that most of the online success stories we see intentionally skip the boring, messy middle. They don't show you the years of grinding where absolutely nothing seemed to be happening. They don't show the crippling self-doubt that kept them up at night. They don't show the countless times they almost quit, threw in the towel, and went back to what was comfortable. They just show you the before and the after, with a magical jump in between. So when your own journey feels slow and full of setbacks, you naturally assume you're doing something wrong. You think there's some secret you're missing, some hack you haven't discovered. But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. This is just what real, sustainable progress actually looks and feels like. It's slow. It's often boring. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We are living in a unique time in history where our expectations have grown much faster than the actual opportunities available. Social media created a world of limitless expectations, but the real world still operates on principles of time, effort, and a little bit of luck. And when your expectations consistently outpace your reality, you will always feel poor, even while you're making improvements. Here's the biggest irony in all of this. Most of the people chasing this idea of rich are already miles ahead of where they used to be just a few years ago. They have more skills, more savings, more knowledge, but they just can't feel it anymore. They can't see their own progress. Why? Because comparison has replaced gratitude, and a frantic sense of urgency has replaced patience. We've been conditioned to believe that if it's not happening now, it's not happening at all. So listen, the real danger in today's world isn't actually being broke. Many people have built amazing lives from nothing. The real danger is believing you are failing when you are actually in the process of building. It is letting that feeling of inadequacy convince you to give up right before things are about to click into place. And once you truly see that, once you understand that this pressure you feel is manufactured, it's like a heavy weight is lifted off your shoulders. The pressure loosens its grip. You stop sprinting toward an illusion, toward someone else's definition of success, and instead, you can finally start walking calmly and confidently towards something real. Something that is yours. It won't be rich overnight. It probably won't be some viral success story, but it will be progress that actually sticks. Progress that you can feel and be proud of. And that, right there, is when things finally, truly start to change for the better. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.